Thank you very much, sir. Respected professors, honorable examiners, my dear friends, colleagues, and well wishers. I am here to present my thesis presentation on the topic of synthesis, characterization, and antibacterial activity of the oxovanadium complexes with the triazole-based seed-based ligands derived from the orthochlorobenzoic acid and orthohydroxybenzoic acid. These are the contents of my presentation. Let's start with introduction. First of all, I would like to start with the vanadium chemistry. Vanadium is the widely distributed in the biosphere. It is the most abundant element in the earth crust and play a significant role in both plants and animals. Vanadium compounds are stored mainly in bones when they are administered to the animals. Vanadium is actually known as the crash element, essential for the higher organism, although the deficiency symptoms in humans have not yet been clearly identified. Like the molybdenum, vanadium assumes an exceptional position among the biometals because its anionic and cationic forms can participate in the biological process. Deficiency in the vanadium results in reduced growth in rats. In mammals, dietary intake of vanadium is estimated at 6 to 18 microgram per day. Although many vanadium compounds should be considered toxic, the coordination complexes of the vanadium appropriate to their presence and activity in the biological system have been integrated recently. Nowadays, the most of the research directed on the coordination complex of oxovanadium cation, since the oxocation interacts with the different biomolecules and other ligands of biological and pharmacological interest. The chemistry of oxovanadium has received a considerable attention as the oxovanadium cation unit can readily coordinate 4, 5 or 6 donor atoms to form the VOL4, VOL5, VOL6 type of the complexes respectively. Oxovanadium ion is the most stable oxocation, which is capable of forming the different stable anionic, cationic and neutral complexes with all type of ligands and has one coordination position is occupied by the vanadial oxygen. Now move on the introduction to the seed-based ligands. Seed bases are the imines or condensation product of the suitable carbonyl compounds such as aldehyde or ketone with the primary imines. Seed bases primarily possess the nitrogen donor atoms, though many can act as a bi, tri, tetra or polydentate mixed donor capabilities. Here we can see the figure 1, the structure of an imine, where the seed bases are the imines in which the R in figure 1 is alkyl or aryl group, but not a hydrogen, but R dash and R double dash may be hydrogens, alkyls or aryl groups. The figure 2, figure 3 and figure 4 shows the different type of the seed based ligands and their oxovanadium complexes. Now, biological importance of the seed bases and their oxovanadium complexes. Due to the chelation and its relationship with the different biological process, the application of seed bases was reported against the tuberculosis, antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial, insulin mimetic, anti-cancer, anti-leukemia, spermidicial, etc. In the last 3 decades, seed-based ligands have received more attention because of their extensive application in the field of synthesis and catalysis. In the last 3 decades, on the other hand, additional interest has been generated due to the discoveries of the increasing biological importance of the vanadium complexes, keeping in view the medicinally important properties of the seed bases and the potential bioactivity of the vanadium metal. Researchers find it too valuable to combine both the chemistry of these two moieties to evaluate their coordination behavior and bioactivity. Seed bases are identified as the promising antibacterial agent. Here we can see some examples, some compounds with significant antibacterial activity. Seed bases derivatives such as the diazole, mercaptotriazoles, benzimidazoles, thiazole, pyridine, glucosamine, hydrazide, thiocyanidazole, etc. and their oxovanadium complexes possess many biological activities like antimalarial, antifungal, antidiabetic, anti-tumor, etc. along with the antibacterial and anti-tuberculosis. The biological importance of the oxovanadium complexes with the seed-based ligands can be summarized like this. This is the statement of the prologue of this research. This is the research gap of the study. Here we can see the objective of this study. The general objective of the research is the biochemical study of the oxovanadium complexes with the different seed bases. Based on this general objective, the following specific objectives are pointed out. Synthesis of oxovanadium complexes with the multidentate seed bases. characterization of the synthesized complex by the elemental analysis, physical properties analysis, IR, UV, EPR, X-ray diffraction, and cyclic voltammetry analysis, evaluation of the antibacterial activities of the synthesized compounds. This is the hypothesis and the significance of the study. Now move on the experimental part. Here I would like to discuss about the experimental process and synthetic pathway of our synthesis. First of all, we have chosen the orthochlorobenzoic acid and orthohydroxybenzoic acid as a starting material for the SIP base preparation, because these compounds are easily available and are very suitable for synthesis of a new SIP base ligand. These benzoic acid derivatives were allowed to reflux with the methanol in acidic medium at 40 to 50 degrees centigrade for 4 to 5 hours, which results into the formation of ester. Then these synthesized esters, when allowed to reflux with the hydrogen hydrate in methanol for about 4 to 5 hours, it results into the formation of hydrazide. And then this synthesized hydrazide, when allowed to react with the carbon disulfide in presence of alcoholic use, it yields this type of adduct. When this adduct allowed to reflux with the excess of hydrogen hydride, the 4-amino 3 substituted phenyl 5 mercapto type of triazole compounds can be formed. These triazole compounds synthesized from the different starting materials, orthohydroxybenzoic acid and orthochlorobenzoic acid, when allowed to reflux with the different type of carbonyl compound, it results into the formation of SIP base ligands, where the triazole synthesized from the orthochlorobenzoic acid, when allowed to reflux with the carbonyl compound benzene for about 7 hours in methanol, it results into the formation of SIP base ligand L1. When the synthesized triazole from the orthohydroxybenzoic acid, when allowed to reflux with the benzene for about 7 hours, it results into the formation of SIP base ligands L2. Similarly, when synthesized triazole first from the orthochlorobenzoic acid, when allowed to reflux with the carbonyl compound benzophenone for 7 hours, it results into formation of the SIP base ligands L3. When this synthesized SIP bases allowed it to reflux with the hemidyl sulfate in methanol for about 8 hours at 50 degrees centigrade, it results into formation of respective oxyvanadium complexes. Here, this is the reaction scheme for the synthesis of oxyvanadium complexes ML1. This is the synthesis. This is the scheme for the synthesis of oxyvanadium complex ML2. This is the scheme for the synthesis of oxyvanadium complexes ML3. And here the highlighted parts are the changes have been done during this study. Finally, the synthesized SIP bases and their oxyvanadium complexes were characterized by the help of the spectral analysis like UV visible, FTIR, EPR, XRD, and cyclic voltammetry, as well as the elemental analysis. And these compounds were screened in vitro for their antibacterial activity, almost gram negative E. coli and gram positive Staphylococcus aureus bacterial strains. Now move on the results and discussion. The table 1 shows the physical properties of the synthesized compounds. Here we can see the calculated molecular weights, the different type of color shown by the 3 synthesized ligands and the 3 synthesized metal complexes, the calculated percentage yield of the for the ligands and metal complexes for the particular reaction, and the reported melting points of the 3 ligands and 3 oxyvanadium complexes. This table 2 shows the elemental analysis data for the synthesized complexes. This is the XRD spectra of the 3 synthesized oxyvanadium IV complexes. The XRD spectra help us to find about the phase characterization of the materials. From the XRD spectra of our complexes, it clearly indicates the formation of the nanocrystal. The crystalline size has been calculated by using the Debye-Scherrer formula given as here. The table 3 shows the crystalline size of 3 oxovanadium fourth complexes. The average crystalline size of the oxovanadium fourth complexes was found to be nearly about 17 to 23 nanometer range. And here we can see the UV visible spectra of 3 oxovanadium fourth complexes. From the analysis of this UV visible spectra, we can see that the spectral band present near the 310 to near 315 is due to the pi to pi star transition of the azomethane group. Another spectral band present near the 320 to 325 range is due to the intraligand and to pi star transition. And the intense peak near the 340 to 350 is due to the ligand to metal charge transfer and DD transition. Here we can see the expected structures of the first ligand and its FTIR spectra. Similarly, the expected structure of the first oxovanadium metal complexes and its FTIR spectra. Here we can see the expected structure of the second ligand and its FTIR spectra, and expected structure of the second metal ligand complexes and its FTIR spectra. Similarly, here we can see the expected structure of the third ligands and its FTIR spectra, and third oxovanadium fourth complexes and its spectra. From the analysis of the IR spectroscopy, we can found that the spectral band near the 1620 to 1650 is due to the CN double bond stressing in all cases of the ship-based ligands due to the stressing of azomethane group, and this value found lower in case of the complexes indicating the nitrogen to metal coordination bond. The spectral band at the 980 to 970 per cm is found in all synthesized oxovanadium fourth complexes, which is due to the vanadium to oxygen stressing. It is the main strong evidence for the formation of the oxovanadium fourth complexes. The another supporting evidences for the synthesis of the for the formation of the sheet bases and the metal complexes is due to the absence of the spectral band of carbonyl group and primary amine group. Carbonyl group near the 1600 to 1650 and the primary amine group near 3300 to 3400. These two bands are absent in sheet bases and metal oxovanadium complexes. This shows the condensation of the primary amine group of triazole and the carbonyl group of carbonyl compound taken. This is also the supporting evidence. Now this is the APR spectra of the synthesized metal complex Ml3. This spectra exhibit the 8 lines of hyperfine splitting pattern due to the coupling of d1 electron to the nucleus of vanadium, which confirms the mononuclear oxovanadium fourth unit in the complex examined. This is the spectra of the typical type displaced by the square pyramidal oxovanadium fourth complexes with unpaired electron. Now here we can see the cyclic voltammogram of the 3 synthesized metal complexes. From the analysis of the cyclic voltammogram, we can find out the electrochemical stability of the complexes. For the analysis of the cyclic voltammogram, the important parameters are the peak potential, peak current and peak current functions, and these parameters can be calculated by using the peak values given here. From the study of the cyclic voltammogram of the complex in an ideal reversible process, the peak to peak separation is nearly equal to the 59 millivolt and the peak current ratio is nearly equal to 1 for a 1 electron system. In our complexes, the peak to peak separation is equal to the 70 plus minus 2 millivolt and the peak current ratio is equal to the 1.01 plus minus 0.6, approximately 1, because of the deviation in the peak separation, which is greater than the 59 millivolt in all complexes. For the peak current ratio being approximately 1, we conclude that these complexes are electrochemically pseudo-reversible in nature. And this table 6 shows the antibacterial activity of the synthesized ligand and their oxyvanadium fourth complex with the zone of inhibition. Here we can see the comparison of the antibacterial activity of 3 ligands and their oxyvanadium fourth complexes against gram positive and gram negative bacterial strain. Here we can see the antibacterial screening test of the SIB bases and their oxyvanadium complexes. The all SIB bases and their metal complexes are active against the all tested species of the bacteria, and the ligands L3 and the complex ML3 show the higher activity than others against the Staphylococcus aureus. Now conclusion. From the analysis of the physical properties, cyclic voltammetry, XRD, FTIR, UV visible and EPR spectroscopic technique, fluoxometry of the oxyvanadium fourth complexes with SIB base have been tentatively proposed. In the antibacterial test, the ligand L3 and the complex ML3 were extremely active against the Staphylococcus aureus, slightly lower than a standard drug with a zone of inhibition of 18 nanometer and significantly active against the E. coli. The other two ligands and their metal complexes exhibit a good antibacterial activity against both gram positive and gram negative bacterial strain. These are the suggestions for the further work from this study. These are the main references that I have been used during my thesis work. Our acknowledgement. Foremost, it is genuine pleasure to express my deep sense of thanks and gratitude to my thesis supervisor, Professor Dr. Motilal Sharma sir. I am greatly thankful to head of the department, Professor Dr. Ramchandra Vasnet sir. Similarly, former head of the department, Professor Dr. Megraj Pokhriel sir. I am greatly thankful to Associate Professor Dr. Sarita Srishna and Assistant Professor Dr. Kaviraj Sharma sir for FTIR analysis. Similarly, Mr. Haribhakta Oli, lecturer of Amrit Science Campus and whole Amrit Science Campus family for UV visible spectra, Nepal Academy of Science and Technology NAST for XRD data, Professor Dr. Amar Prasad Yadav and Mr. Deepak Gupta for cyclic voltammetry analysis, Central Drug Research Institute CDRI Lucknow India for elemental analysis, Indian Institute of Technology Mumbai India for EPR spectra, all the teachers of CTC for their continuous guidance and support, all the authors of the articles that I have been using during my thesis work, all the faculty members, staffs, colleagues, seniors and juniors of this department. Finally, I would like to express my deep love and respect to my family and friends. Thank you for your attention.